This video is sponsored by Utopia Toys and Models. Use my reviewer code to get 20% off your next purchase at utopiatoysandmodels.com. Alright folks, here is a video that I know one subscriber has been waiting for. It is a Bakugo battle, and we've got Total Anime and SH Figuarts. And so we're going to take a look at these two, compare them, and see who these are for and which one will give you the most bang for your buck. So let's do it, Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite. Let's do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where I unbox and give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see when I see it, you see it, hit that like, subscribe, get notified when we have new videos. And if you're doing that, thank you so very much. So what I have today, this is going to be a little bit of a different format. This is something totally new. I may ruin it, I may destroy it, but hey, you know what? We're going to give it a shot. We are going to do a battle, so to speak, between two figures made by two different companies at two different price points. And so first of all, we're going to take a look at this one right here. This is SH Figuarts Super Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite, or aka Bakugo. So we're going to take a look at this figure here, and we're going to take a look at this one here by Total Anime, and we're going to talk through it. We're going to talk through the box art, we're going to talk through the accessories you get, the feel, the look, and then the overall articulation, and then just the value. And then we'll give you my opinion on which one is, who is for what, and which one you should get, which would be the most bang for your buck. So let's get started first with the box art. So first, let's take a look at the Total Anime box art right here, and it looks really nice. I love the fact that it does have the anime artwork right there, and then you can see everything that you're getting. This has very great shelf presence, I think. It also shows you that we have another My Hero one coming out, Shoto Todoroki, which, spoiler alert, I do have him and the Figuarts one that will do another battle if this one goes well. But yeah, overall very nice. There's the UPC code. Just a very nice overall box to give you a nice shelf presence. And that's, for me, what counts. Is like, if I saw it and I was making an impulse buy, would this be something that would be up my alley, right? And then let's take a look at the Figuarts. And the Figuarts boxes always have a good quality to them. May not be the most colorful, but it does show you just about most of everything you get. Puts the product front and center, and even the picture is the product right there. Of course, some of the language I do not understand on it, but overall very nice feeling for the box. Very cool, very easy to open as well. From a box, I mean, it honestly is a toss-up for both of them. There is just, you know, I would say this has a couple more options where you can hang it or you can put it on the shelf, whereas this you can only just put it on the shelf. But it's a toss-up on the box, because it's not really about what's on the box, it's what's in the box. So let's go over and let's open them up and show you what you get with each one of these. So let's talk accessories. What do you get with each figure? So let's start with the Total Anime one first. So what do you get with the Total Anime? You do get the figure itself. You do also get 2 sets of faces. You also get 2 hands, and then you get 5 blast effects. So for the price that you pay, and I'm not going to give you the price just yet, I'll give you the price at the end, those are all the accessories that you get. Unfortunately, with Total Anime, you don't get the stand like the other Total Anime figures came with. But you do get a lot to play with on that. So let's talk about Figuarts. So with Figuarts, and here is the figure. So you get the figure, you get 4 faces, 4 faces of death, plus an extra hair plug. You also get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands, and you get 2 blast effects. So not as many blast effects, more hands, more faces, and of course the figure. And with the figure, the little wings right here actually are considered an accessory that does come attached. So that's what you get with figure art. So if you want blast effects, maybe Total Anime is the way you want to go. And if you want more other stuff, then maybe figure arts is the way you want to go. So we'll give you the tally at the end. So let's talk through the look and the feel. So with that, we're going to go back to my lab. Okay, now it's time to compare some differences from a look, a feel, to the height, to the articulation, and all that good stuff. So we're going to take a look at both of these. You're just going to see me behind the camera from now on until we get to my final thoughts. So let's first take a look. Total Anime, which is on the left, right here, my left, your right, and then SH Figuarts right over here on my right, your left. And so Total Anime, from a height standpoint, you're looking at about 5.5 inches, almost 6 inches when it comes to the tip of his ear thingies. I don't know what they're called. And then for SH Figuarts, about the same. He's a little bit taller, 6 1/4 right there, and then almost 6 inches when it comes to the height of him. So let's move SH Figuarts out of the way for right now. Let's go with Total Anime. Let's bring him in for a little bit closer look. And so just overall, a very nice paint job on this guy. Very, very nice, very clean looking. The face looks good. The hair, everything looks really, really good. You could tell this is a Bakugo. Yeah, just has that plasticky action figure-y feel to him. Now there's this little part right here, and what that's for is if I want to pull that off, I can stick like some kind of like flight stand or something like that for him to flight stand with if I wanted to. But yeah, overall very nice looking. There's the front, there's the back, there's that back, the side, and the front again on that. And so but yeah, overall nice solid feeling figure. And so when we bring in the figure arts one, this one feels a little bit more premium and polished. I mean, it's just this right here, the waist belt here is loose, so that way you can get a lot more articulation with it. The outfit just really, it doesn't have that gloss or shine that the Total Anime does. It's a bit more matte finished, but really digging it. And I also love the fact that we have his little mask here. So this is like his full out stealth suit kind of looking deal here, but just very premium, nice feeling. The paint again, premium. Everything looks really good about it. I mean, when you take a look at them close side by side, I mean, you can just take a look. I mean, this still looks good, but this looks so much better. So even when you look at the knees, I mean, just take a look at those knees right there. These a little bit more fleshed out in the detail. And then in the boots have a bit more flesh out detail too as well. So you can tell just like the little ringlets right there, whereas this is just red dots. But yeah, just nice. Overall, very good. The backs, yeah, you can kind of see there's both Bakugo butts. His butt's a little bit more toned than this one right here, but we got 2 Bakugo butts there. And then the other thing too is that these are not soft, flexible like the ones on the Total Anime, because the Total Anime one, they're like just soft rubber right there. These are like a hard plastic on that. So, but yeah, there he is from the front, the side, the back, the side, and the front. So from an articulation standpoint, what you got here is you have the head and the neck articulate on the Total Anime. Arm, you can't get it to pop up. You have the twist. You can go around. You do have about a 90 degree, more than a 90 degree bend. And then the wrists, you do have the articulation in the wrists there. You have a top ab, a lower ab, both twist if you need to. The lower one twists better. You have a hip drop. more than a 90-degree up kick. You can get back a little bit there. Now his butt gets in the way, so it kind of goes to the side. You can Jean-Claude it. That's what that hip drop helps with. And then you have more than a 90-degree bend. And then you do have ankle tiltage and things, but you don't have the foot tiltage there. So some really, really good articulation with the total anime one. And again, you do have the face plates and stuff that you can switch out. And then the hands you can switch out. You got the holes in the hands right here to add the blast effects if you want to on it. So like, let's just go ahead and throw one on here. And what's bad is it's a little bit long, so it doesn't want to kind of stay in. Maybe that goes elsewhere. Oh, maybe these go on the feet, I bet. Yep, I bet they go on the feet. So those need to be cut down a little bit in order to get some really good blast effects with that. But let's see about this one right here. Yeah, you can pop that in the hand. So yeah, very nice. Oh, I know. You can pull the hand off, probably pop that in right there. That's the way that goes for that. So, yeah. So articulation-wise on Figuarts, head, neck articulation. You also have articulation on these guys here too as well. You have the top ab, which does twist, lower ab, twist. Nice bends. Like, gosh, you can really get some really cool poses, like the back bend on this. Same thing, you got the bends that you can do. The butterfly joint in the arm, great. Really, like, look at that extension. You get some really nice extension right there. You have the twist right there at the bicep. You have the more than a 90-degree, boom, you got the twist there, and you have the rotation right there. That the total anime does not, well, yeah, no, it does have that rotation, so yeah, cool. And then you don't have quite the hip drop, but you do have a little bit. You can't really Jean-Claude him. You get 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees back there, more than a 90-degree knee bend, thigh swivel, and tilts and foot tiltage there too as well. So now you have a bunch of different fists, faces, and heads that you can pop in and off right there. So articulation wise, Figuarts is going to probably win it a little bit better than the total anime. I would say just from first of all, the ease of with the arm. I mean, you got the crazy arm articulation on this guy, but yeah, that's so good. So I think articulation wise, this is going to be a lot better. But they both feel about the same. They both weigh about the same. This one I feel like I want to be more delicate with. When this one I can just really play with and stuff like that. But let's compare them to some other figures. So let me see if I can get him standing. He's kind of looking over. I like that kind of look there. So we'll put that like right there, and let's bring in the Figuarts Deku right there. Let me go ahead and bring in Total Anime All Might. Let's see if I can get him standing. I am here. Knocked them all down. Let me get them all set back up. All right, got them all standing back up. So there we got the Figuarts, the Total Anime. And then last but not least, let's do the McFarlane 7-inch right here. I don't have a 7-inch Bakugo, and so I wish I did of McFarlane, so that way I could show you, but I do have Tengen, so there you go. That's what they look like compared. So let me just pose them, get some playing time with them, and then we're going to come together and tell you some of my final thoughts, which one is for who, and which one gives you the most bang for your buck. Now, I didn't tell you the price. I will tell you the price on the back end, so let's do it. Well, I've had my fun. I've played with both figures, and now I've got my final thoughts and my verdict on which figure is for who and which one is the best bang for the buck. So let's bring in first Total Anime, standing right here. There he is. Boom. Very nice. Now, cost, price, $15.99, SH Figuarts. This one was $79.99. Now, when it comes to the box art, they're both tied. I love both boxes. They looked great. Accessory-wise, I'm going to have to give the edge to Figuarts. And the main reason why is because this blast effect, I have no clue where it goes. Look how long that does not fit in these hands on this. And then these just don't stay, even though you gave me blast effects, they just don't stay in very well. You don't have as many accessories, but yeah, the edge goes to Figuarts. You get a lot more playability. The accessories just work. They're amazing. This is the way I'll probably keep this guy right here. But they just look so good. The look and the feel, I will give the edge to Figuarts on that one too as well. I mean, it's an $80 figure. It's going to look better. But for $15.99, this looks great. I'm telling you what, it looks amazing on that. Articulation-wise, they're both gonna, Figuarts is gonna be a bit better on the articulation. Total Anime does have some good articulation, but it does get loose very quickly. Figuarts has some really great articulation. The only bad part is popping those hands in and out are kind of a little bit tough to do, but I wish it would have come with the flight stand, both of them. I wish they would have came with a flight stand, because you would be able to put them in some really great poses on that. As far as who they're for, this one right here is one I don't mind giving to my kids, or anyone that wants to play with, or anyone that just wants a good Bakugo figure that has some customization, has some good playability and things like that. There are some negatives, like the blast effects just don't fit. It doesn't come with a stand, and it does get loose at times on that. $79.99. You get a lot of accessories, and there is even an accessory pack that you can buy that has more accessories for Bakugo and for Deku that you can get. But this is one of those that you don't really want to just kind of use as an everyday action figure. This is one that you're going to want to pose and leave it on your shelf, and maybe pose it every 3 or 4 months to a different pose if you wanted to. But yeah, this is one that's more of a premium figure. It's going to be for your collector, versus one that's just an everyday desk figure that you can keep on it. So who wins? Like, who has the most bang for your buck? And while Total Anime is only $15.99, if you can afford the Figuarts, I would say go with it. It has the most bang for your buck. You get more playability out of it. You don't, I mean, it's not one of those that it's going to be super durable where you want to kind of just throw it around and put it in the dirt and all that kind of stuff, but it does have a lot more customization, and you can get into a lot more cool poses and stuff like that maybe you can get from the anime. But so that's going to win. But if you got $16, you can't beat it. You can't beat this one. Both of them get an awesome in my book. This one gets probably more of a pretty awesome. It's like on the scale of awesome, almost like it's at really good to almost awesome, just because if you give me accessories and they aren't ones that can be really used really well, then I don't know. This is kind of a negative in my book. But this is very freaking awesome. I can't wait to review Todoroki, and I can't wait for the other ones. I hope we get an Iron Man suit All Might, which is going to be super great. Now that would be awesome. So you can't go wrong with either of them. My verdict for me is Figuarts. If I have the money, I'm getting Figuarts. If I'm Poe, and I just want a really good figure just to kind of play around with, or maybe I do have the money, but I just want to stretch my dollar further and get a lot more figures. There you go. Can't go wrong with this guy. They definitely beat out Anime Heroes, and they definitely beat out McFarlane for their My Hero Academia figures. But that's all I got to say about that. So if you enjoyed this battle, this comparison, consider giving a like, subscribe, maybe become a member of the channel where you financially support this channel, where we do all sorts of really good stuff. But if you can't, that's okay. Just like, subscribe, share with your neighbors, share with your enemies, and all that good stuff. But tune in for the next battle when we do have that one. I think it's going to be Todoroki. When I do have that one ready, it will come to you guys. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. I'm going to go play with my dynamites right now. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.